So in today's video, I want to talk about how narcissists will gauge how you are feeling and weaponize it against you. So believe it or not, everybody is an empath. Everybody's good at their core, and they're, able to sense emotions and detect emotions. Outside of that, there's layers of trauma that make people act the way they do. And if they don't heal it, they're going to become bad people, and this is just going to slowly diminish into nothing over time. But they put their feelers out, and they're like, one of the things I've noticed is they will feel and see if you are enjoying a moment or feeling good in a moment, and they will take that from you. And I saw another YouTuber talk about this. It's called joy stealing or joy theft, whatever you want to call it, because they get sadistic pleasure from hurting you. So when they can sense that you're feeling good, not only do they get to take that away from you, but after you're hurting, they feel a sense of joy from causing you pain. Another thing that they will do is trigger you. And once you recognize those feelings, and you know that you're being triggered, and you even start to articulate what you're feeling and thinking, even forming a thought in your head. If you have got a predator in the metaphysical that is attached to you like a tick, then they will hear it as soon as that thought starts forming, and they say, well, if you're going to make me look bad, then I might as well be that. I might as well do that. And all you're doing is just articulating the way you feel and processing how you feel and why you're feeling that way. If you are a metaphysical rape victim and the predator that has raped you over and over again comes into your energy to see if you're talking about them or to see what you're doing, to see if they can come get some more sadistic pleasure, and they hear that you are talking bad about them when in fact you are just feeling your feelings over a trauma response that they created in your body, they will punish you for it. They will punish you, and that's where they really mess up, because they don't understand that they are going to destroy their own character by punishing you for having feelings instead of trying to clean up their reputation and do better. They will obsess over you, which I've always found to be quite ironic, because they blame you for creating a smear campaign about them for having feelings. But all they have to do is stay away and not listen to the way you're feeling and move on with their life and stop punishing you for having PTSD or trauma responses. And with time, everything will water down and fade. But they lived their life by merciless punishment. That's their code of ethics. If you make them mad, they will start dirt digging. They will start looking for things in your past to see if they can find something as ammunition to hold against you. And it could be anything that they don't like. And they will use that to do the most cruel acts. But here's the thing, they were already being cruel to you to begin with. They didn't know why. They didn't even stop to think about why, because that takes too much inner reflection and inner work. They just acted upon an emotion thought you deserved the cruelest form of punishment right then and there, and felt guilty later for it. So to make themselves not feel so guilty and ashamed of how they responded in the situation, they will go through and dirt dig in your past, or just simply make something up and tell everybody, okay, look, this is why I did what I did, because this person did this awful thing 10 years ago, or this person did this thing and I saw it, I witnessed it, so I did the work that no law enforcement officer would do and was a vigilante. I was a hero and I punished them. I'm the best around. I'm the hero in this situation. And some people will believe it. Like if they are new to it, if they are just now getting there without seeing how this person has been torturing you for a long period of time, someone might hear that and say, wow, you actually did a good thing. You punished this person for something awful that they did. Good job. And the funny thing is, that person that is punishing you wouldn't be there in the first place if they weren't attracted to something about your character. But all they're going to ever attract is fake people that believe the first thing they hear. So they're going to attract people that can turn against them like that too. And in my opinion, that's how karma works. The way you are as a person, and you need people's validation, and you need people to believe your lies to have power, you're going to attract people that will turn on you like that. And in my opinion, that's what they deserve. They deserve the company that they attract. They're going to attract people that think you deserve merciless punishment over your past and merciless punishment over your present, whatever they deem fit to be punished over. And to be honest, they all deserve to go on their own little continent and live together, so everyone else is safe, because my opinion about what is wrong and your opinion about what is wrong should not be met with judge, jury, and executioner style punishment. It should be met with understanding and empathy and healing, and boundaries. If you don't like what a person is doing, set a boundary and stay away from them. You don't get to go in there with your ammunition that you think you have and shoot them down and kill them because you don't like what they did. That is not how it works. But unfortunately, in the metaphysical, that is what people are doing because there are no laws in place to prevent that. There is nobody stopping these people from thinking they're above the law and deciding for themselves what someone's punishment should be for whatever they think or see themselves. And to me, that is a big problem, because the whole point is these people should not be here in the first place. And that is often the gap in their brains that is not connecting. It's like, why is this not connecting? You saw me doing this and that while you were in my house without my consent, while you were in my car without my consent. Because let's be real, and if you are using your third eye to project into somebody's energy to see what they are doing, you are trespassing in their lives. You don't do that in the physical. If you want to see what somebody's doing, you knock on their door and you come see. You ask the person. You don't go in their house without their consent and spy on them. You are breaking a law to gain information. And let's be real, these people are often here for disgusting reasons anyway. Like, I'll talk about something that's embarrassing. Even me just masturbating, taking care of my sexual needs. People would pile in the metaphysical and watch like I'm some kind of porn star. And no matter how much you ask them to leave, they would just sit there and just freeze. And they think that you don't know that they're... See, that to me is concerning. Just because you freeze and like stop breathing and try to shield your energy from me thinking that you're there, I still can feel you there. There's a big difference between how I feel when I'm alone and how I feel when people are astral projecting. And it's gross because I can hear them going like breathing hard. Like, just imagine like all these strangers just getting off to you masturbating. So they know they were wrong in the first place being there for that. So once you start calling them out and seeing them, they start looking for things to say they were there for other than that. And that's, in my case, what happened. People were sexualizing me. I was always this person that was like, I don't want to be touched. I don't like to have casual sex. I am shy. I don't want to be touched hardly at all by a stranger. I barely even like hugs. I'm still working through a lot of abuse trauma, and for people to use their third eye for such perversion is, to a sexual abuse survivor, one of the worst things you can go through. So you have to learn to be brave. You have to learn to be confident. You have to learn to be strong, because otherwise you will not be getting that dopamine or that sexual release if you just completely stop masturbating in general, because they will not stop watching you. They don't care if you know that they are. They get to the point where they start getting threatening when you call them out. There's no shame, and that's how you know you're dealing with a narcissist. If you call them out and tell them to stop watching you while you're masturbating or having consensual sex with somebody, and they start becoming threatening or do not leave, you're dealing with a very dangerous person who does not comply to your boundaries. Let's be real. If you're masturbating, people are not in your bedroom watching you while you do it for a reason, right? Because it is illegal. I didn't invite you in there to watch me, so why are you watching me like this? They are harvesting your energy, and they are imagining themselves with you. And in that process, they are also making you feel them. They need to have consent. I am 100% certain that in the future, they are going to have laws in place that make you get consent to think about someone sexually while masturbating, because you can feel them. You can absolutely feel them. I have not put any porn up of myself. I am not inviting people to see me in a sexual manner. I think once you put pornos up, you are inviting people into your energy to think sexual thoughts about you. I myself have not done that, so I do not deserve to have people sexualizing me and doing all this disgusting, perverted stuff. And the same people that deny that using your third eye to abuse people isn't real is the same people that are abusing you. People are afraid to admit it's real because they get sent to the loony bin and called crazy. It's too hard to regulate metaphysics because we don't have the technology quite up to par yet to start punishing people for violating your boundaries. And think of all the prisons that are going to be filled with people that, I mean, there's going to be arrest after arrest after arrest, at least from my experience. Like, because there's HIPAA and there's like government agencies and everything that need privacy. And if people are abusing that privacy, like, it could go bad. Like, it can go wrong fast. So, I'm sure that they're already working on it. Maybe people that refuse to comply should be, like, tagged or something. Like, have instead of an ankle bracelet, or they could have, like, a collar or something warning people that they don't have boundaries. You can see them out in public, and if they start, violating boundaries, they can get a little warning sound, and then if they don't comply, they get a shock. I mean, that could be abused, right? But so can any authority. Handcuffs can be abused. So, I mean, just think about it. That's about the only way you can get people without moral fiber to comply, is essentially controlling them. So, with electrical shocks or high-pitched sounds, I don't know. But what I do know is these people know that they're wrong, and they will absolutely destroy their own character to try to make it look like you're wrong. And that is just something you have to be strong and resilient in the process of. Even though it feels hopeless sometimes, you just have to fight through it. There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. There are always good people out there fighting for you. And they are people in positions of power because they follow the law. They follow the law. So they apply that same thing to the metaphysics. People think that the law just stops existing because nobody recognizes metaphysics as being real, but they know damn well that they're breaking the law. It's just they're not getting caught. So that's how you know what you're dealing with in a person. If they can't use their own code of ethics or morals to stop, and they know to the degree of which they're hurting a person, those are the types of people that are put behind bars. Those are the type of people that go to prison. So, I hope to see people go to prison one day for torturing people for, defending themselves. Women are not objects for you to release your needs to. And there are so many things out there for you to watch. Porn, there's erotic novels, there's just magazines. There's so much out there for people to masturbate to. They do not need to be voyeuring into your life to come. That is just blatant disrespect and disregard to you as a human. It's dehumanizing. They make you feel like you're losing your dignity. It's disrespectful. They treat you like nothing. Show them that you're something. Do not allow them to treat you with disrespect. That's what Charlotte Weaver is all about. She's about getting people's dignity back. She's about getting people's self-respect back, self-love back, healing everything that these psychopathic narcissists have done in your life. And here's the thing, these psychopathic narcissists, they get that hurt, everything that they did to get revenge on you, they're that hurt by you calling them stupid. That's how badly it hurts them. See, the rape, the torture, the abuse, that to them is the same as you making them feel stupid. And it's normally by accident, you know. You normally don't mean to make them feel stupid. It's just they're unaware of themselves. I think that should be a course. Self-awareness should be a course. Mental health should be a course. You cannot adult until you have passed this course. You should not be let out into society until you are self-aware. Like with the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization is at the very top. And it's after you've had this, and this, like housing, comfort needs, and da-da-da-da. But I don't know how to explain it, but you get that when you are a child. And if you don't, we need to start doing something about the children that don't get that. And that's oftentimes what narcissists, that's how narcissists are made, because they don't get that as a child. And then they never self-actualize when they need to. And then they take it out on everybody. But that's still no excuse. Like, you can still say, hey, this is wrong. I shouldn't be doing this to somebody, even if you were a traumatized child. There are so many people that make excuses for themselves. Well, it's because my mom. Oh, it's because my dad. No, you do not get to abuse somebody because of somebody else doing something wrong to you. You can feel certain ways, but you don't get to enact revenge on somebody because they remind you of somebody that hurt you. That is not how it works. But I think I'm about 23 minutes in, and I don't want to go too much longer on this video. I just had some thoughts that I wanted to articulate into a video, discuss with people. I once again put myself out there. Metaphysical abuse is real. If you are worried that everyone's going to call you crazy, I will not call you crazy. Trust and believe there are people out there that will believe you. I'm one of them. And then watch as all the narcissists say, well, she's crazy, she's hearing things, she's schizophrenic, she's da-da-da-da, she's paranoid. I don't care anymore, because the only people that are saying that at this point are people that need an unfair dynamic or power dynamic over you to remain in control. You lead, you don't control. You'll see how much different your life becomes when you become a leader versus a control freak. And on that note, I love you, and I hope that this video validates you and makes you feel less alone. Never alone, right? Never alone.